so I started rapping and getting into rap, seriously when I was like, 13, 14. And, from that point, I didn't have, it's not as, beats and things like that aren't as easy to find as they are today. So I had to like make my own beats. I started on Fruity Loops and, and really, kind of, step with it until I was about 14, and my parents, like my dad was a preacher, so when I was walking around the house with a do-rag and like a rap book, he was looking like, huh? So like they saw I was serious about music. So when I turned 14, they got me a Triton keyboard for Christmas, and man, I knew exactly what it was. I came down the steps. I was like, I know there's no ladder in that box. That's a keyboard. And so I produced a beat for this artist named City. He had this song called Cookie Man, and he got signed to Slip and Slide off of that. So that was like the first, real, beat production that I made, and at a major level when I was 14. So that kind of gave me the courage and the knowledge and where and just to believe that I can actually do something and not just have a hard drive full of beats. So I went on to get signed at 17 out of high school, and I was discovered in T.I.'s Club Crucial, and from that point on I put out about 6 or 7 mixtapes until my album came out in 2010, finally.
So in the process of the mixtapes and then you discovering your sound, who were your inspirations? Who were you listening to? And I was telling the kids a story that this kid is saying that they didn't. Byron told the story. This kid didn't know Manny Fresh. I think a lot of times kids now are so stuck on what is current and they don't really know music of old and the sounds. And so, who inspired you growing up?
I grew up listening to a lot of like DMX and Eminem. Those were like my main, artists. But of course, being in Atlanta, you can't help but to, be influenced by, Lil Scrappy Trio, Lil Jon, Bone Crusher, T.I., Field Mob, Goody Mob, that whole scene, Outkast, all of that. It's a giving. But I was really, I was one of those dark teens, like, man, everything is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So like, I really love Eminem and DMX, but on the production side, I used to try to recreate Dr. Dre's beats and try to like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it's nowhere near close.